What is up, guys? It is KikiZilla101 here yet again, and today we're doing a G-Fest haul video. Yeah! G-Fest haul video, woo! G-Fest freaking amazing. I love that. It was probably the best thing I've ever done in my life. One of my favorite things that's ever happened. I could not have asked for anything more. It was really the best, and I really loved spending time with my dad. It was really fun doing the road trip, and honestly, I almost think the road trip was the funnest part of the whole thing, really, because I just love spending time with my dad, and it was so fun, and I really just loved it. It was just an amazing trip, and I highly recommend to any of you guys that want to go to G-Fest or G-Fest fans, you guys need to go do this. It's one of the best things you can ever do as a Godzilla fan. And it's just really fun, a really great bonding experience, especially if you're doing a road trip. I love road trips, and maybe you guys aren't all for road trips, but still going to G-Fest is really, really awesome. So, I guess I'm going to share all this stuff that I got from it with you guys, because you guys are obviously here for that, so not here about my life story and all this. So, let's slowly go through everything. I got a bunch of stuff, and I have also some stuff that I just kind of got along the way and other announcement type stuff. I'm just going to start off with the least interesting, I guess, which is this, which is just my, I already had this, you guys probably already saw it. It's my Godzilla 2000 sleeve for the movie disc case. I have a second Godzilla 2000, which I picked up at Walmart, because they had a bunch of them for like $5, and so I picked up a bunch of movies, but I finally got a new disc and everything, so I finally have it. But I love this cover art so much that I decided to keep the old one and take it out and put it on my Godzilla shelf up there with all my Godzilla Bandai figures. And so I decided to take it with me to try to get it signed, but unfortunately I ran out of money in the dealer's room, and also the line was massive on Saturday, and on Sunday we had to leave early because we had to drive back. So yeah, we kind of missed all that, but that's fine. It still would have been cool to get a signature, but it was like $25 for a signature, which is really expensive in my opinion. And for me, like, I get it, like, oh, people might try to sell the stuff and make money off it, so they need to make some money off it, but it's like, I just wanted to keep it for the signature. I mean, I really wanted Akira Takarada's autograph, maybe Linda Miller's autograph, but oh well, it's no biggie. It's just something there. But yeah, that was just a little mention thing in case you guys saw that in the video and you're like, hey, did you get the signature or whatever? And to answer that, nope, I didn't, but that's fine. And so I guess from there we'll start off with the G-Fest passes. So here's our passes. There's my dad's and there's mine. It's got Aiden Cherkez, Demir Cherkez, and yeah, I'm definitely holding on to these. These are going to go in my Godzilla memorial box that I have, or memorabilia box, my Godzilla 2014 NECA 12-inch tall figure box that has all my memorabilia in it. I need to start putting all my stuff in that again. But yeah, that's definitely, first things, obviously we got those when we went there, so definitely not going to let go of those guys. I'm just going to put them off there to the side. I guess I can put this guy just off in the corner there. Next up will be the program books, the manuals. We have 2 of them, and so that's kind of cool. I have a backup, which I'll be putting in there, and yeah, it's got all the guests and stuff. If you guys want me to do a individual video just going through the pages, please let me know in the comments. I'll just do a quick little video going through all the pages for that for you guys, if you guys are curious on what all the programs were and everything. So that's that. I'll put that right there. Let's see. I guess I'll just quickly mention this. I just want to do a little update on my card collection. I have all my tags inside this box, even my Safari LTD tags for my dinosaurs and whatnot. Let me focus right there. Okay. So that's that. But also, I found my Jurassic World tag for that one T-shirt I have, so I'm gonna put that in there. But this is gonna play some more relevance here in a little bit. You guys will see that. Oh, and yeah, if you guys saw my G-Fest trip video, you guys know that I said I made a little list. Here's that little list. I actually made it as like a checklist, but I never actually ended up checking anything off because I was just so busy. It was so fun. Which is okay, but it's still kind of a cool thing just to have for the memorabilia box. I do have another thing I drew, which I was just kind of goofing around when I was talking to Cesar on FaceTime. I just grabbed one of these papers and just drew on it. So, right there, it's just a bunch of random crap. I just drew a poop and started goofing off with it. I'm gonna put these inside the memorabilia box as well. Just put those over there. And I guess I'll go to, why not mention this? Alright, this is a little card I got from that one artist and Artist Alley. You guys will see that inside of my G-Fest trip video, which I've already released. He just handed me this for whatever reason, but, yeah, so I have that. That's kind of cool. I'll definitely put it in my memorabilia box. I'm not going to just discard it, even though I'm not really interested in buying any of this stuff. But if you guys are, there's that. You guys can see it a little better right there. It's more focused. Yeah, there's that. So I'm going to put that over there. And then this is what my dad picked me up at the Navy base exchange. They had a trading card station with like a bunch of Magic the Gathering stuff, and I saw this. The 9 pocket pages. There's 30 of them. A total of 207 like things that you can get or hold in this. This is what I'm going to use for the cards. That's why I or the tags. That's why I put them over there. And I also got a new card / tag that I'll put inside of this. But yeah, I'm going to need to get a binder and put all that stuff in there. Maybe I'll do it inside of a collection update video or something like that. But I guess I'll just slip this behind these guys right here. Just tilt it back like that. And put this stuff right there. Okay, there we go. There's that. Next up, my dad was very nice. I can't thank him enough. It's my second Godzilla / Kaiju related shirt. And he got me a G-Fest 23 shirt. So now I have a way to bring G-Fest with me everywhere I go. And I want to thank him so much. It's really cool. It's actually really soft fabric. It's got G-Fantas versus G-Fan on it. And, yep, there's another shirt to add to the collection. And remember, G-Fest 23. I'll just kind of put it there. It hasn't been washed yet, so I don't really mind putting it on the floor yet. Okay, is that all that is? So it looks like we're going towards the figures. But just before that, I have one last thing. If you guys remember my videos before I went to G-Fest, I mentioned that I was getting a Deadpool plushie. Yeah! So here he is. He's really cool. Deadpool plushie. Definitely really cool. He actually has like a little suction cup thing. My mom put him on my computer. He was like suction cupped onto my computer tower. And he was just kind of sitting there welcoming me, which is awesome. I love this guy. And what I love even more is, and the reason why I'm keeping this tag, they actually misspelled Deadpool and it says Deadpoo. It says Deadpoo on it. So I'm definitely keeping that, and this plushie's now gonna be known as Deadpoo. So I have Kikizilla, Coco, and Deadpoo as my main plushies I really like. Which, Kikizilla, where are you? I think you're up on the bed, actually. Yep, but he's gonna be joined into the little collection of plushies. So, there's Deadpoo right there. I'm gonna put his tag inside all that other stuff. Now let's start off with the figures. So, I went over to, which was, let me see actually. Let me use one of these things so I can tell you which dealer it was. Webhead Enterprises. They were the dealer that had a bunch of used stuff, but very inexpensive figures that I was able to pick up. I picked up 3 of them. I'm sorry, I got a very rude and interruptive call that disturbed my video. But anyways, Webhead Enterprises, they had a bunch of cheap stuff. As you guys know, my grandma gave me $50. The awesome one that always helps me out with my collection. She is also known as Stella 9000able, so if you guys see her in the comments section in any of the videos, now you know who she is. But she sent me $50 to help out with the G-Fest stuff, and so I had a total of $140 with everything that I earned, but I ended up spending $150 because my dad actually lended me $10 to get the last figure, which I'll show you guys. But I used $50 to pick up these 3 figures, so technically they're from her, so I want to thank her so much. And then I'll start off by showing you guys them. So, and they still have their price tags on them, so you guys will get to see the proof. But here's the first one, Hyper Gaios, the Bandai Hyper Gaios. Now, I got her for 20 bucks, and very cool. I did not expect this to be my first Gamera figure. I actually wanted to get Gamera, and I really am not a Hyper Gaios fan. I'm not even really a Gaios fan at all. I do like Hyper Gaios more than any of the other Gaios. I think they all look kind of retarded with their wings. But I do respect them, and I didn't actually want this figure as a collector's item. I wanted it for the pure purpose of Slog, because Caesar actually really wanted me to get her. He and I came up with like an idea for a character that she could play as, and I saw her. I'm like, you know what, fine, I'll pick her up. First Gamera figure, and she'd be a cool character inside of Slog. So definitely a cool pickup. I pretty much got her just for Slog, so that's that. She's not in the best of condition. Her paint actually isn't scuffed up at all. Except like just a little bit on the back of the wings, but it's not even noticeable. So her paint job is fine. It's just that she has a little manufacturer dysfunctional thing, like the mold wasn't made properly in the factory and it just kind of was bent there, but this was the best condition one that was there, so I'm not complaining. So very good condition, and unless it's 2 fingers that are kind of missing the tips right there, but I don't mind. I wasn't really getting it for a collector's item, I was just getting it for Slog, so it doesn't really matter. Then the next one was probably the best deal I got. It was only $10, and it was a Heisei Mothra larva. I finally have a Mothra larva. Don't have to try to look for Mothra figures anymore, except for like GMK. But then after that, I really don't need to get any Mothra figures for a long time. So I'm glad with that. And this is actually my favorite Mothra larva out there. So I'm really glad I got the 6-inch line one. Yeah, she is 6-inch. There is the 8-inch one out there that goes along with the Batra larva, but this one's going to be a little bit small compared to it if I get one, but it's just... Still, I like the 6-inch one better. So, I only picked her up for 10 bucks, where I usually see her going for $30 to $50 on eBay, and this is pretty good. This is a very good pickup on my part. She's not completely new. She doesn't have her tag, but she has a little bit of coloring on there, but I might try to get that off with some alcohol. But there's you can see where the tag was cut off right there. So she definitely is a very cool pickup. Now the last one was another $20 figure, and I've been long awaiting this figure for so freaking long. I've wanted this figure for so long because I love this kaiju so much, and I can't believe I finally got him. And that would have to be none other than Space Godzilla. The Bandai Space Godzilla. And I got the version that I really wanted. The only one I kind of want more is the one with the pink around the edges, but that one was going for a lot, and they only had ones with tags. They had a one like this that was with the tag as well, but it was $35. This guy was $20. And so this was obviously a steal of a deal, and I'm not going to spend an extra $15 just for the tag. That's ridiculous. I don't think that's worth it at all. But this figure is brand new, just without the tag. That's literally it. It's literally brand new. It has no scuffs on it whatsoever. It just has the classic Bandai ends to the nails right there, and then the problem with the end of the things. Like my GMK Baragon was brand new, and he doesn't have a fully painted horn, which kind of sucks. I don't know why Bandai keeps doing that, but very cool. I got the second best Space Godzilla figure out there, in my opinion. The first best would be the one that's more accurate, which is the one with pink around it. And then there's one with yellow, which I think looks third best. And then there's Bandai Creations, which we all know how that one is. I don't like my Space Godzilla with candy corn horns. So, yeah. Also, I just don't like his look in general, but this guy is really awesome. I finally got my hand on him. So, yes, but, of course, you guys probably already saw this guy inside the video for, the G-Fest trip video, but if you guys didn't, then you guys will still be a huge reveal. I only had $90 left, but when I was buying Kynan and Adlai, my two younger brothers, that sent me some money, brought some, so I could bring it along and get them some stuff, which I'll show you guys that in a separate video when I review them. But I only had $90 left, and my dad owed me $10 because I lended him another $10 to help buy the figures for them. And so he ended up going to a vending machine and getting 20 extra bucks so I could, and he lended me $10, but he owed me 10, so he got me 20, and so he gave me the 10 he owed, and then he gave me an extra 10 to buy this figure, so it was $100, and I could not believe that I could pick this guy up. This is the best haul I really could have ever gotten there. I got this at Showcase Daikaiju, which is right, there's the two things. There's Webhead Enterprises and there's Showcase Daikaiju. There's the whole map of the thing. If I do a review on this thing, I will, actually I'm going to do a tips video because I do not see any tip videos on G-Fest there. So on on YouTube, when I was looking it up and I was excited for G-Fest, I couldn't find anything to help for tips, so I'm going to give some little tips just based off of what I saw. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but from what I saw, I'll give some little tips for you guys. So keep an eye out for that video if you guys are interested in going to G-Fest. I'll give you guys some tips on who to go for and what to buy and all stuff kind of like that. Now, here is the figure that I got. Brand new in the box. It was, like, the seals were opened. That was probably just to check that everything was in there, but it was brand new. The only thing that's beat up is the outside of the box because this was only made in 1992. Only that year. It's one of the rarest Bandai figures out there, and I got it brand new in the box. So here it is, guys. The winged Batra Imago. No, I'm not joking. This is here. This is real. I picked this guy up at G-Fest for $100. A Batra Imago. And oh my god, this thing is amazing. So, my dad and I were walking around. I was going to get a Batra Larva. I saw one for $35. It was at the beginning of when I go into the dealer's room on my video in the trip. You guys can see him in there. But when I came back around to get him, he was gone. I wanted to check around to see all the prices, which is pretty smart. But I'm glad I didn't buy him, because if I did, I wouldn't have been able to get all three of these figures back here, and I probably would not have been able to get this guy. So, because I saw this guy towards the end of the thing, and I probably would have gotten more figures that I wouldn't have had enough money for this guy. And this guy is probably the best figure I could have pulled out of there. And I'm just so thankful to my dad, and I'm going to give him a huge shout out and thank him so much for lending me that $10, even though it was just a small lend, but this was amazing. And so when we were there, we saw it, and we walked up, I'm like, holy crap, I have to get that thing. I'm like, but I don't have the extra $10, and my dad's like, you know what, I'll pay for it. Let's get it. And so we walked up, we asked the dude, and my dad didn't have the $10 on him, so he had to go to the vending machine. So we asked the dude if he could hold it, and he was actually very nice. I don't think he was allowed to hold it, because he looked around at the other two dealers that were at the thing, and he slowly grabbed it while watching them and hid it behind the desk. And so I'm just so grateful to that, because he was so nice, and besides his probably rules, he still held it for us so I could get it. And then we came back as he was hiding behind the desk, and we came back with the money, and we bought it. And while I was waiting for my dad to come back, and I was sitting there at the desk, he was telling me that this was one of his first figures that he ever got in his collection. He loved it. He was telling me all about it and everything. And so, yes, I have opened it up. I have slid the Batra out. I haven't, like, touched him, really. I touched, like, the little, plastic tips on his wings. But I slid it out to check that everything was in there. And I even saw that the stand was in there. And there's a little card in there, which I'm going to put with my tags. But I can't wait to do the review on this guy. My dad and I were thinking, like, should I sell him, like, for a lot of money or whatever? But I'm like, you know what? I'm a collector. I'm going to keep him. There's no way I'm selling this guy. There's only, from the research I did the other day, it seems like there's not an official number, but from what I hear, it's less than 300. That's the most popular thing I've been seeing, so I'm not exactly sure. None of the really Bandai figures have a confirmed number, but I do know this is one of the rarest figures out there, so either way, I think this is one of the best figures out there. It's just so beautiful and such an amazing figure. And yeah, so that's that. Batra, Imago form. I'm gonna slide him back here, if that works. So yeah, there's my entire haul from G-Fest. I am extremely happy with what I got. Oops, I thought that was gonna happen. And yeah, so I've got in total all this G-Fest memorabilia that I can put inside my boxes, like these things, and this that I can use for my tags. I have now another thing for the memorabilia box, some more stuff. This guy's just going to go back on the shelf. And then I have Deadpoo. I have this shirt, which will last for a long time, and I'll be able to wear my favorite experience related to Godzilla right there. And then I have these three amazing figures, which I really wanted. This one for Slog, Mothra larva, which I'm just so glad I could finally get, because I've been wanting one for so long, and I finally got my favorite version of Mothra larva. And then one of my favorite Godzilla characters ever, I finally got my hands on a Bandai edition. And, of course, Batra Imago. So, keep up to date with the channel, and keep an eye out for the reviews of these guys. And also that tip video for G-Fest, so you guys, if you guys are going to go next year, and you guys are new to it, you guys can get some tips. And that's pretty much that. So I just want to thank my dad so much for taking me. I want to thank my grandma so much for giving me the extra $50 bucks, I mean. And this was just an amazing experience. I hope I can do it again next year and save up more money so I can come back with more stuff to review for you guys, and also for Slog. Also, Caesar is pretty much confirmed for going next year, so I'm going to be able to finally meet him in person next year if I go, which would be amazing, and we can do some videos together. And I hope that, and if any of you guys are going as well, definitely let me know around the time, so we can possibly even meet and say hi. So this will just be amazing. I can't wait to go again next year if I can. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please click the like button below. If you guys like what you see and you want to keep up to date with the channel, please click that subscribe button below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.